So hi guys, what you're about to see I have recorded before I've recorded this bit. The reason I'm recording this bit is I sat down to edit and I've got all my intros and everything on a hard disk which I've pulled out of the computer, and I have no idea where the hard drive is at the moment, so I can't do the intro. So intro, here's my video. Okay, let's take the mute off. This is a test using the Blue Snowball mic. And testing the Blue Snowball mic from a little bit further. Okay, and this is a quick test using the headphones. I'm really not sure which one. So hi guys, welcome to a test video. It's not going to be anything interesting. I'm not really testing my video editing skills. What I am testing is my new intro and my new desk setup. It's far from finished, but I think I have it at the point that I'm functional. So let's have a look. So we have two cameras now. We have the camcorder, which you can see there, and in the corner I'm trying out a body view. So you see every time I do anything, you can actually see me from that side as well. Now the main question I've got here is I can't get a good proper view on it. Let's just change this. I can't get the 1080p resolution, so it is reduced a little bit. So the first question I've got is that screen, is that box actually big enough? Obviously I can make it bigger. Say for example I can make it that big, but then you're not going to see me working that I'm working on something. You can't see my hands on the main screen. I could make it smaller. There we go, much smaller, but you can't actually see what I'm doing from the front. So I'm kind of going with this and awaiting feedback. So this is a camcorder. This is a one-time zoom, and that is far too big. The edge of my desk is there where the mat is. You can see the mat ends there, but the actual end of the desk is there. This part here, I don't actually want that on camera. I want that to be able to place things like screwdrivers and things like that. This top will change depending on what I'm working on, but this is going to be my model making mat. So when I'm doing part works, it'll be a different mat. If I'm doing anything, say for example electronics, that will have a different mat. When I'm doing nice clean things, say for example diamond painting, I have this beautiful purple mat. So I have about 4 different worktops. So what I'm thinking about for the intro, like when we first come in, it's going to be something like that. As you can see, oh no, that's actually the ruler. I thought that was so that is this is actually still on one time. No, it's not, hang on. So that's 2 times zoom, and I think this is roughly my working area. So when I'm screwdrivering things, I'll be round about here, and I'll probably have this as the main working area. So when I'm doing Eddie Stobart, for example, I've got plenty of room there to place the parts, and then the parts that I'm working on can go here. Maybe I can place the parts after I've done the checklist down here. If I really want to zoom in, I can go up to about 10 times zoom. Now that's too much, so anything that's 10 times zoom, anything after that it just really can't focus in very well, as you can see. So 10 times zoom is about the best I can manage. Now this is a 16mm screw, so you can see I can get really good close up there. Let's find something with some writing on it. There's an old label here. Can we read that? That's a bit of a struggle, isn't it? No, that does work. So if I bring it up closer, it's struggling, so I really need to have it flat on the table. That's probably about the best I can do. Right, so let's actually do something. I don't actually want to work on any models, because if this doesn't work out, it's going to ruin everything. So this is 5 times zoom. And what I can show you, I was playing around with my Cricut machine and I was making some labels, so I think that's quite a good view. And then what I think I'll do, I'll just screw a couple of screws into this piece of board. This is scrap wood, so if I just screw some screws in, I'm really not a professional, so if it all goes funny, but I just really want to see if I change angles, how well can you see it. So I'm not going to go all the way through the board because I don't want to screw into my cutting mat. We'll just have a look at some views. So the main question I've got is, if I'm working like this, for example, you can't see what I'm doing, and that's always been an issue for me, because the whole point of me making these videos is that you can see what I'm doing. But whereas there you can't see what I'm doing, oh, I've wrecked that chipboard now, but when I'm there you can hopefully still see from that camera in the top right hand corner. Right guys, I think that's a good enough test. It's kind of, see, this is another one, look. You now can't see what I'm doing from the corner camera, but you can still see what I'm doing from the overhead camera. So that's on 5x zoom. Let's see what it's like on 10x zoom. That's obviously a lot closer, and that's going to give me a few little problems. Do you know what would be really good? There's a couple of bits of scrap wood just to raise this up a bit, and then that way I'm not going to drill through my worktop. So let's just see if I can drill a couple of screws, because obviously the closer the view, the more zoomed in it is, the more you can see. That's not going in. Why is that not going in? Let's try a different screw. There we go. So yeah, I mean that's pretty extreme. That's probably a view that I would use if I'm painting. But yeah, that's. I think that's working all right. But your input, guys, I know there's a couple of my viewers that are, I won't say critical, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, critique. They're very good at critiquing my channel in such a way. They have this wonderful skill where they can rip my channel to pieces, and I come away going, that's a very valid point, I think I'll look at doing that. Right, so one thing I've not been able to do yet, I've had to change all the views on OBS. I'm making it a little bit more generic, so I haven't set Stream Deck up yet. Normally I just press buttons and it just changes views. As you can see, still a lot of work to do. I now am not in a position to show you what I have done. You might just see in the corner there, that used to be my desk. It's now a worktop. Tell you what, let's move the cameras. So, as you can see, I've just changed that to a basic table. Now what I do plan to do is, there I want to build some pull-out drawers. I have oh, what's going on there? I've obviously moved my camera pointing up a bit. I think that's too high. Well, I'm not happy with it anyway. I like the slightly downward view so that you're looking down on me. It's not so intimidating for you then. Obviously I can't see you looking down on me, so it's not intimidating for me. Yeah, so basically I've got 3 pieces of equipment that I use but I don't use constantly, and that is my colour laser printer, my colour inkjet printer, and now I have a new toy called a Cricut, which is what I've made these labels on. I made those on a Cricut using the vinyl that they supplied. Don't stick things onto chipboard, it doesn't really work. It does work, but obviously it's so dusty, things don't stick so well. So one of the projects that I want to do is change my labels on my drawer from that to something like this, but in purple. So I'm still going with the purple theme, but then I'm going to paint these drawers blue like I have done. That's meant to be a colour that matches the cutting mat, and then it'll have purple writing across it. Just something to jazz it. Just got to think about the font really. I thought, oops, you silly cat. Cat's just tried to jump up on the windowsill and failed. How are you, mister? Are you feeling sorry for yourself now? Come up, Henry. Come and meet the audience. Come on. Come on. He's a good boy. There we go. So that's Mr. Shadow, as you would have seen in the intro. Spirit wasn't available for filming at the time, so she is unfortunately not in the beginning credits. That's her problem, not mine. I gave her the opportunity. I might one day do it so that if they're both on there, we'll see. But it's not often they both sleep on the desk together. He just loves jumping on the desk. As you see, he's got too much to explore now. But I do a lot of filming at night in the evening, and he just, it's kind of his chill out time. So what he'll do is he'll come up and he'll demand about 5-10 minutes of attention, and then I just have to drop everything, give him all the attention, and then he just settles down near me and he's just quite happy. I was considering doing a cat cam, just having a camera just on the cat, but I think that's a bit of a waste of resources. I've only really got 4 cameras available to me because of my USB slots. So I've got the front camera there, I've got the overhead camcorder. I think I'll use that. I do like that camera actually, the body, what I'm calling the body camera. Let me just, yeah, I do like that camera there. And then I have another camera, which is the old Stream Deck camera, which I'm saving that for the spray booth. So obviously if I do any airbrushing, I can film it, so I think I really do need a camera for that. But yeah, that's all good. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this right now, apart from the fact that my whole place is a mess. Like I say, about the printer, the printers and the Cricut, the problem I've got with the Cricut is the actual machine is quite small, but you need a good 12-24 inches behind it so that when it's printing things it's got that room, and also I've got a little tray so I can put rolls of material on it, and obviously you've got the cutting mat, which is about 2 or 3 foot long, something like that, 4 foot long. It's really long, so you can cut big material, big projects on it. So what I think, and that's obviously why you need that extra room, you've got this mat, and obviously as it cuts down the bottom of the mat, the top of it is going through the machine, and if you've got the Cricut machine against a brick wall, it's just going to go boom, boom, boom. So what I'm coming up with, what my idea is, I've got these drawer runners. They're quite heavy duty and they do come out quite far. So I'm thinking about building maybe 2 rows of shelving with a pull-out drawer. So if you can imagine, this is on the side, the Cricut machine is on it, and then when I want to use it, I pull it out of the drawer. So now the Cricut machine is there and I've got all this room for behind. And the same with the laser printer. The laser printer doesn't take that much room when it's actually printing. In fact, I might even put the printer on top of the table, because the only thing you need is you need access to the top when it's actually printed stuff, and if you're not careful it does fall down behind. So I might just put it on the table, but build a shelf behind it so that it collects any bits of paper that fall out. Whereas the inkjet printer, really I need access to it when I'm putting paper in, so that's pretty much fine. And then hopefully there will be room underneath the Cricut machine where I can put rolls, like rolls of vinyl. If you imagine this is the vinyl, they come in rolls like this, or sheets. And the nice storage system that I've seen is where you just have bits of wood coming out, wooden rods, and you just pop them on the rod. Imagine that's the rod, and then you just store the vinyl on like that. That really wasn't a good idea to put that onto a really thin ruler. So you imagine this is the rod. So in storage, your vinyl goes on like that, and then when you want it, you use it and then put it back. Because I can anticipate that as I build up, I'm going to have lots of different colours of rolls, different types of things, different sheet material, which is why I've just chucked that table together, because I don't know what I'm going to need. Same with these drawers, they're all move aroundable. Yeah, so that's it guys, I'm waffling on for hours, so I'm going to put this out as though it's a proper video, but I am actually labelling it as a test video. So any critiques that you guys have, I will be more than happy to listen to them. So I am working on a new outro, but I'm keeping the outro that I've got at the moment. So take care guys, bye bye.